I'm Tangina, and that's what you don't know. I'm an artist from Ohio, Canton, Ohio, Charlotte, North Carolina, Hickory, North Carolina, Savannah, Georgia, Denver, Colorado. Those are all the places I've lived in and all the places that got me here. It's all about the music. It's all about activism. It's all about standing up for what you believe in. 1997 was a great year. I wrote my first song, 1997. So I was five years old. I had a conversation with my grandmother when I was a kid, and she asked me, she didn't like the idea at first of me wanting to be a professional musician and singer. She didn't like that idea, wasn't very fond of it. She was worried about, obviously, like me paying the bills and just having a bright future and wanting me to go to college and be a doctor. And so she said, how much do you want to do music? What else is there that you could do? And I told her that the only thing I think I could do forever and be happy and content is music. The things that are important to me are so important to me that I don't keep people in my life who don't share the same values as me. I don't create music, which is one of the most important things in the world to me, with people who don't believe in the things I believe in. Yeah, I'm very, very sure of myself and sure of where I want to be with my career. I'm very sure of who I am at this point. When I grew up with many mothers. I was raised by my mother, but I also had my grandmother on my father's side, my great-grandmother, and my great-great-grandmother. In addition to that, I had a host of mentors and older sisters, and so I grew up with many, many mothers. I came to New York because I felt like every artist that I admire has spent a significant amount of time here and was inspired tremendously by their experiences here. And so I came here to get to have my own experiences and develop my own career. The number one on my list was Nelly Furtado, and that happened on my album, so I'm super excited about that and excited to share that record with everybody. But I would love to collaborate with SZA, songwriting. That would be an amazing experience. I'd love to collaborate with Pharrell. While it's still possible, Stevie Nicks, always gonna be a dream. What's been stuck in my head is my last show, actually, at Rough Trade, was the highlight of my career, I think. And that was because we had an all-female lineup, all solo artists, and instead of feeling like we were competing, for once, it felt like we were really building. And that was such a beautiful, beautiful feeling for me. I feel accomplished now, and that's not a thing I usually feel. Usually I'm just like focused on the next step, the next thing. It's always been the pressure that I put on myself. It's always been comparing my life and my career to the careers of others whose experiences are drastically different than mine. That I always wanted my music to reach everyone, and I'd be so worried that someone wouldn't, take my music in, wouldn't accept it or receive it because of who I am. But I think at Baby's All Right, I had that show. I knew I had an audience then because there were people who I didn't know and who I haven't saw in years. My dentist was at my show, and I didn't personally invite her, and that was a big deal. that people popped up who I didn't personally invite, people who had just heard the music on Spotify. I often find inspiration while riding the train. In general, taking a trip anywhere, on the road, going home to Ohio, I often find inspiration because it's always a transformative experience when I drive from New York home to Ohio or back the other way. Every single time it's magical, and every single time I think I've changed a little bit. Why you staring at my face for so long? Never thought home was a place, didn't belong. Want them close but push away, it's just wrong. Man, what's wrong? I'm wrong. I'm Tangina, and that's what you don't know.